So this is the thermostat for the unit. This is a 2-zone RV, so that means you've got 2 air conditioners. One's in the rear and the other's in the front. Now these air conditioners, they tie in to the same duct system. So even when one is running, keep in mind, it's still gonna blow air out everywhere. You can, of course, open directly. So if you wanted to get it a little cooler, in the bedroom, then you may want to open on this air conditioner, and that will send a lot of air right out of this unit. But normally these are closed, and then you'll get airflow through the duct system. So when we're talking about the air conditioning on this unit, Zone 1 refers to this rear air conditioner, which is the the main living room area. That's Zone 1. And Zone 2 is the upstairs air conditioner, okay? So right now you'll see this says system off. If I tap system, so now it says system cool, and active zone 1, 2. That's telling me that I have this set right now for both air conditioners to come on. This is your temperature right here, up and down. So right now, I have it set to 59. In a second, you'll see that's going to change from 59 to 64. And that's telling me that it's 64 degrees currently in the unit where we're standing. So you can set the temperature to what you want there. If you tap the zone button, it's going to go to zone 2. And the same thing, you can set your temperature upstairs as well. There is a separate temperature sensor up there, so if you wanted to, lower it a couple degrees, and it may get a little colder up there for you. Once you select zone 1 or 2, so I'll go to zone 1 for a second, the mode button is going to go through the different settings of the air conditioner. So right now you can see it says high, cool, and there's a snowflake. There's also low, cool, and low is going to lower the fan speed so that it quiets down a little bit. Okay, nighttime, you might want to do that. There's also an auto cool, and auto cool will automatically control the fan speed for you. So if it's really hot, it'll run it on high, but once it reaches your temperature, it'll shut itself off. And that's what auto means. It's going to run and then it's going to shut off. Whereas if you leave it on, high cool, it's still going to reach your temperature, but then the fan will keep circulating the air inside the unit, so you have continuous ventilation. So you can run high cool, low cool, or auto cool. There's also a fan only setting. So if you go here, you see it says high fan, low fan. But one thing you'll notice now on fan, the snowflake icons disappeared and it changed to just a fan. So that's telling us that even though this is running right now, it's not actually producing any cold air. It's just running in ventilation mode. I'm going to put this back to high cool for you. And remember, again, this is on zone 1. I'm going to hit go to zone 2. And zone 2, you see right now, is just set to fan mode. I'll put this on to high cool also for you and leave it there. So that's the air conditioning zones. If we hit this system button now, you'll see it just changed from cool to heat. So what system does, system goes off, cool, heat. And then it goes back to off again. So I'm looking down the bottom here, system. Cool, heat, off. So if you want to run the heat in here, you're going to hit this so it goes to heat. So on this RV, there's also, well, of course, you have your fireplace back there. That's one way to make heat. The thermostat has two ways to make heat. You have your propane heater, which is common in all RVs. You know, every RV pretty much has a gas heater. That's the normal one. That's zone 1. Okay. Now zone 2 in this RV refers to electric heat. So if you're plugged in at the campground and you want to try to use electric, so you're not burning your propane, you're going to use zone 2. So I'll show you that briefly. So right now we're on zone 1, and you can see it says heat off. If I hit this mode button, you'll see it goes to gas heat. If I hit it again, it goes to electric heat, and if I hit it again, it goes to off. Now, one thing, just want you to keep in mind, zone 1 can only operate in the gas heat mode. So if you put zone 1 to electric heat, it's not going to do anything. You might hear the air conditioner come on, but it's not actually going to make any heat because that air conditioner is not capable of producing heat. Zone 1. Zone 1, you can only operate the gas heat. So now I'm on gas heat. You see there's a little flame, and that's telling us it's going to start to get warm in here. Your gas heat's ducted, so that comes through the floor. You see there's a duct there. There's a duct back here. And once you have gas heat on, then you set your temperature here like you do normally. So that's zone 1. Zone 1's gas heat. Just try to remember that. If I switch to zone 2 now, and you'll see it says heat off. And now I'm going to hit mode. And the same thing, it's going to go gas heat, electric heat, off. Now, with zone 2, it's just the opposite. For zone 2, gas heat does not work. There's only one gas heater installed in this camper, and that's connected to zone 1. However, you do have an electric heat in zone 2. So zone 2, you can run electric heat. And that's going to use this front air conditioner, which is equipped with a heating element. So now, what we've done, we've turned that on to electric heat mode. And they're both going to run right now together. So zone 1, I have instructed gas heat to come on. In zone 2, I've instructed electric heat to come on. All right, so this is heating now through the floor. I'm getting heat out of the vents, and I have this air conditioning unit producing heat as well. So this thing's going to really heat up quick with both of those running. You don't have to use both. Again, if you're at the campground and it's 50 degrees and you want to try to save some propane, well, here's what I would do then. I would switch this to zone 1. I would kill this, so let's turn this to off. That shuts off my propane heat. Then you can just leave zone 2 running on electric heat mode. And now you'll get air, airflow. So remember, all the ducts are connected, so it's going to blow heat all the way through those ceiling ducts.